Today we make these beautiful supercomputers and maybe some other stuff too, but mainly just this. This new design is absolutely fantastic. Now let us begin. Now before we do whatever I'm gonna do over there, because I don't actually know yet, we need to hook up the storage room. Last time we built this nice circle, and behind it, we just jump through the wall back here. You'll see we have a good amount of room to mess with things. But the first thing I want to do is put my sinks in, because out here on this curved bit right here, I think I want to put the awesome sinks and then have these sushi belts come out this side and over and kind of in. I don't know. I have this idea of like getting rid of basically all the green land and making it all concrete and kind of reinforcing the cliffside over here and the cliffside over there. So I think to start that, I want to just have like 4 to 5 awesome sinks just sitting over here where I can sink all the items I don't end up storing. Huzzah! El sink has come in. Belts come out of the concrete right there. I kind of started digging this out, but belts will be hidden in the concrete. They exit right here. They go over towards their individual sinks. We have 3 full 780 belts. When I get Mark 6 belts, they'll probably be upgraded, but this should cover all items that I make in this world that will be sent towards this storage system. I wanted to use these tarp concrete fence post thingies just because I didn't want to wall this, but I wanted to add anything at all to the back. Don't know how much I like it. This is just like a base idea of what I want to do. I might change it in the future. For now, I like it enough to say it's finished until I come back and say, oh, it looks like garbage. So the way we're organizing the storage room is very simple. It's done in order of production. So we have our iron, then our copper stuff, concrete, steel stuff, quick wire stuff, plastic stuff, and then we have the bauxite, and then I put the quartz at the end because I actually forgot about it. It was actually made like around here-ish, but whatever. Now, something I would like to mention is about half the comments I got for my storage room video were, hey, dimensional depots exist. Why are you making this? And like, I could give some logic and reason, but I'm fairly certain I stated it. I've never made a central storage system, and I just wanted to. Like, is that too much to ask for? Leave me alone. Back here, it's a little bit spaghetti-y, just a little bit. I could have made things cleaner, but I honestly don't care a lot, and we have enough room to where I could finagle it a little bit. We are using sushi belts, so overflow, and then whatever item needs to go somewhere is specified and goes into the storage bin, and then they all go towards the sink belts, and it just goes around and around and around towards all of the bins. It's nothing complicated. I do not have 68 separate belts going in here for every single item because I'm not making 780 of every single item. Sushi belts work just fine. But all the items are coming in right here from the train station. It should be a max of 6 belts. I believe I won't have any more because I have 1 full belt from the steel factory and then 2 full belts from the trains that I'm already bringing up. And then I only have 2 train stations left to bring more items. So I may move these sushi belts and display them better in the future, but for now, this works. And it is clipping. It isn't covered yet, but I'm leaving it open because I'll never go back here, and it's not very shown, so it's fine. What we're gonna do now is figure out what to do with that side of this area. I am going to start making supercomputers, radio control units, and high-speed connectors. I have zero idea how I'm going to enclose them, what I'm going to put them in, how it's going to look. None at all. We're going to find out together. Oh, would you look at that? Me being me, I'm solving past self's me's problems. I had an issue. My trains have 7 containers and only 1 engine to power them, which was causing issues coming up the hill right here. So what I did was I moved this train line, which used to be the exit train line. I just took it away. And I made it the in train line and made it so I had extra room in between the station and this line so I could add in block signals, so then I can add an extra locomotive on the back to push the train to make them faster so they are not constantly bottling each other up. Which means I had to put my exit line somewhere, so I put it up. And I added this nice height difference, and now it actually looks better. So as you can see, now my 7 cargo trains has this nice little boy in the back who just sits there and he's a happy guy. And he pushes it, and it looks real nice. The other thing I did is circle. My favorite. Me and circles. I love them so much. We are building this reinforcement wall, I guess you could call it. It's going to go I don't know if I want to make it go all the way around, but it's at least going to go to this point where the cliff kind of starts, and this will be the foundation to where we build our lovely supercomputer factory. It is nothing complicated. It is this 2 wide blueprint, which is actually a lie, because if you look here, they intersect. It's not actually 2 things wide, but it's just some concrete pillars. There's a slip at the top and a bottom, and then you have the walls, whatever. What it does is it makes this really nice, cool effect of looking like a reinforcement wall for a dam, which is what I was going for. Okay, first off, I got slightly carried away. Number one, we have this new train line in, which goes over to here. This is the Caterium line, because I forgot that I am stealing a Caterium node that's sitting right here, I think. I need 506 quick wire for this factory. The other thing is, some more stuff has happened. So up here, we have this height change, which has another reinforcement wall. The reason for this is the ground's height change, so I need to go up a little bit more. Train station goes around. I shoved it in this corner because this is kind of the endpoint for this down section. These refineries right here make our 506 plastic, which will be a slightly larger number because 253 heavy oil residue, which is the byproduct, is a little bit annoying to put in blenders. Because what I'm doing is using these blenders, water, heavy oil residue, making fuel. That fuel will go towards 27 power plants, which will just add more power to my grid because I don't know what else to do with heavy oil residue. Now, I know you don't quite know what's going on, so let me explain. This general section down here is going to be an open build, I guess you could call it. I'm going to have my base production down in these two general floors. The plastic, all of the ingots, copper sheets, wire, quick wire, stuff like that will all be done on this level. Then we'll go up another level and we will do the higher tier production. The reason I'm doing this is because my creativity is just gone. I've played 151 hours of this game in the last 3 and a bit weeks, and that is almost double what I usually do, and this entire playthrough is me trying new things, so I'm a little burnt out, which means I cannot come up with a good idea for how to make this factory look nice. I just don't know. I don't know what kind of building I want to do. So instead, I'm going to copy my lovely power plant design idea. What I mean by that is all machines are open, all belts are visible and moving. I have pathways running through each section so I can look at all the things go everywhere. And I love this design. My original plan for 1.0 was to make my entire world one large open factory. I was going to take over this entire space, bring all of my items with the train network over to this area, and basically make a sprawl of machines. I didn't end up doing that because I wanted to learn how to build, and I don't know how well I'm succeeding, but I'm at least trying. But when it comes to me not knowing what to do, this is always a great thing to fall back on. Open machines, build pathways around them, do some fun beltwork stuff. And so that's what I'm gonna do. Still gotta say, this is one of my favorite builds I've ever done. This place is beautiful and I love it. Wow, Coffee Stain really made this beautiful, beautiful game. Ah, nature truly is the most fantastic of things. We're gonna turn it on to concrete though. I've decided on my layout. Doot-dee-doot-dee-doo. We're gonna go towards these lovely smoke paths. Way over there. I don't know why I'm suddenly terribly French. I laid out stuff to go that way and I was like, looks like garbage. So I'm not gonna go that way anymore. We're gonna turn and go this way because I was like, I kind of want to look at this nice, lovely view because there's like an oil node over there and I could build a factory over here and I'd like to see it and not have it be covered by a large wall, you know? This number of constructors, you know, imagine like constructors filled in here too. I kind of space things out. This is generally the number of constructors we will be using though. I need like 10 more for like cable and 1 for quartz crystal, but whatever. All of our quick wires here, this will probably stay. I think I'm going to keep this quick wire and we're going to have this go, no, that is too far. That will run into that mountain. I do not want to run into that mountain. I'll have to change things around. But anyways, you get an idea of what I'm trying to go for, right? We're leveling in between tiers of items. So the plastic is the same as all these, but refineries are tall, so I put them down here, and it's needed to fill those space, let's be honest. And then all the other things will go right here, you know, constructors and then the smelters. And then we'll have our beautiful assemblers and manufacturers up here. And then in the back, we're gonna have a nice stack of fuel power plants, which is going to be fun to make, because I've never stacked fuel power plants, and I'm thinking of ignoring every single possible brain cell that I have, just making the ugliest thing possible, just into the sky. And the top area is just manufacturer galore, and by that I mean there's like 15 in here. It's not that many. This section right here, it's very simple. We have the 5 reinforced iron plates I have to make. This area, which is for the 57 circuit boards. We have this little guy right here, which is 4 AI limiters. This guy right here, which is for aluminum casings. Then these are our 2 refineries for the aluminum solution. So aluminum solution, and then over here it goes into aluminum scrap, and then this scrap goes into, I didn't build the machines machines that it's supposed to go into. Just a sec. Basically, they'll go right here. They'll go somewhere in this general area. There's 3 of them. They go in there, and then they go into here to make our casings, which go into our radio control units, which are over there. How I have this set up, we have 5 machines right here making 12 computers. We have 3 machines right here making high-speed connectors, 3 of which are for me because I need them. Num num num. That one is crystal oscillators, those 2 are radio control units, and those 2 are supercomputers. This whole area will be for fuel. There's a lot more room here than I thought, which means I'm just gonna lay out fuel power plants how you do normal fuel power plants, just in a line. And Buddha bada bing, we have almost all of the factories planned out and they have a place to go. And I gotta say, this space is not terrible. We're just gonna stand up here. Like, it's a good amount of space used, but it's not as much as I thought it would be. I thought I would have to expand this entire area, which I am probably gonna put my hub here. But like, it's not that much. And making it look nice won't be too terrible. Now, me being the pinnacle of artistic creativity, as we know, I was like, huh, what if I made them all sit on gold again? Wouldn't that be kind of funny? And I'm actually thinking about it, because my plan for the general color palette is the walls are going to be the normal concrete, and then we are going to have the normal carbon finish pathways going around wherever I need to be walking. And I was trying to figure out what to do for the floor, and like, it would be really funny to do gold. It would be fantastic if I did gold. I'm going to think about it because I am actually trying to make this place look nice. The other thing we have to think about is lighting. No ceiling to put lights. How light place? This is big question that only I am thinking about. I have 0 idea. Now, it being nighttime, I feel like it's a perfect time to kind of explain how we're going to light up these builds. And that's with this very nice, subtle billboard placement underneath the machines. You know, you can barely tell that it's screaming you in the face. Now, are these billboards structurally sound? Not even a little bit, but this is Satisfactory, so logic and reason is kind of shoved out the window. Oh, and also we are using Caterium flooring. I know you can't see it, but in the daylight, it shimmers like gold, and it is beautiful. Now, I have made blueprints for every single machine. If we look right here, we got one for constructors, smelters, manufacturers, blenders, anything and everything I have done it with that is being used for this build. And I gotta say, the miners do look pretty good in their circle when they're lit up from below. And if you are enjoying the video, subscribe. You can always just leave later. But look, in the sunlight, it shines gold. It's very dull because it's like the morning, but our floors are gold. It's fantastic. So I know I skipped ahead a lot because there's a lot of stuff that just happened, but I kind of got in the groove of things, and belt work is relatively boring. So let me just kind of show you what's going on. As you can see, all the machines are in. I've done a lot of the belt work, and a lot of things are up and running. Now, not everything is up and running. Most of the manufacturers haven't been fully hooked up, and I haven't really plugged all that stuff into anything yet. But I wanted to come and kind of show you what the finished layout would look like. And also, back there, you can see our beautiful little fuel power plants, and they did not take up nearly as much space as I thought. And so they kind of just fit in this nice corner. There's 26 of them. One of them is underclocked to, I think, like 33%. Yeah, this one right here. So we use all 506 fuel that I will be producing. But before we can deal with the fuel, we actually have to make it. Now, I have my heavy oil residue right here and ready to go, and I just need to plug it into these blenders. But the water is going to be coming from down here. I'm going to put 5 water extractors, technically 6, because I need 80 for the aluminum solution, which is right there. We're going to put them right here, and then I want to have a water tower kind of sitting right here. It's going to be this blueprint, this water tower blueprint right here, which I used quite a few of during my fuel power plant build. I'm going to put one right here, and then also one up there, just so when I pipe my fuel up to the top, it has a place to go, and then, you know, has a buffer. And then I don't have to use pumps to get the fuel into each of the machines. Gravity will just do it for me. Something I'm working on is this bit up here. This is my pressure thing to get oil out of the ground. Now, you might be saying, well, this costs the lovely radio control units, and you are now making them. How did you get them? I just bought them in an awesome sink. That's about it. And I also need to bring my bauxite over from over there, but I am trying to figure out what to do with this wall, because I need to merge, well, the rest of this build kind of into the nature around it, and I haven't done that yet, and I don't know how to do it, so I gotta figure that out. But I gotta say, I'm glad I laid out the machines like this. This looks really cool, and having been able to do it with an actual factory was fantastic. And now all the beltwork is hooked up, which means we are finally producing radio control units, high-speed connectors, and we are about to make our first supercomputer. And I'm not going to watch this because this is going to take another minute, and that seems tedious to do. We have this fuel tower right here. Fuel comes up from the underground and kind of gets shoved into these things. And you guys want to see something really fantastic? If we just head to the underground here, you all will be disappointed in me. Yeah, I'm not one for caring about neatness when it comes to things underground, so it's just spaghetti. But it's all down there, so we're just gonna ignore that and move on with our lives. And now, high-speed connectors, radio control units, and supercomputers are hooked up to our storage system. I would like to say, everybody who told me, hey, storage system, dumb idea. Dimensional depots kind of give you other resources you need. And I was like, I don't believe you in the slightest. And now, I believe you very much. I don't need the central storage system. This entire time building, I just did it through dimensional depots. I'm kind of a moron for building that, but I am a Minecraft player, so having a central storage system is key to my existence, so it's still nice to have. I did a little bit of decorations with, like, the wall right here and actually made it connect to ground instead of having it floating in the air, this whole area. I've done all the pathways so you can actually walk around this place in a nice designated area. I've connected everything to the land around it semi-neatly-ish. So it looks kind of terrible in some areas, but like random rocks and concrete is okay sometimes. And I gotta say, this looks significantly better than this gray box. So I very well might change the starter factory to take over this space right here and make it flat, because this looks awesome. And this gray box is kind of disappointing and making this landscape look pretty garbage. Oh, but am I glad I did this tiered system, for it is truly beautiful. Now, I hope you have enjoyed the video. I hope to see you all next time when we either start weapons or something to do with fused modular frames or that kind of garbage. Now have a good rest of your day, and goodbye.